Now, this is Dayton's News and Talk, WHIO.
What time is it? Time for action. Well, the radio is on.
I've been waiting all day.
It's go time.
That's the big thing today, radio.
Getting restless?
Speak into the microphone, Squid Brain.
Let's start the show.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call me now, 937-457-1290.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Now listen up, y'all, I got a story to tell about a radio show that'll ring your bell. In Dayton, Ohio, I'm bringing the flow on the Evening Edge.
WHIO.
When you're in your car, coming home from work, and you're feeling like you need a little perk, tune me in and I'll ease your mind. A shot of fun will help you unwind. I've got stories and parodies. A darn good time is guaranteed. I'm rapping with callers from all around. Some sound crazy and some profound. All week long, I'm on the air, laying it down with casino flair. You never really know what you're gonna get from a cocaine bear or a giant cheesette. So if you're in Dayton or far away, the Evening Edge, a tasty entree. And that's my rap, and I'm keeping it tight. My name is Todd, and I'm dropping the mic.
It is the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7, live stream up on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. If you want the full Monty for the live stream, that would be Facebook and YouTube. On TikTok, all you get is my yapping mouth. None of the sound effects, none of the music, none of the callers. Just really raw. Some people like that, I guess. Anyway, tonight on the show, we've got Cars into Buildings. It was a busy weekend. We have an email about that. Also, have you heard of Stricker's Grove? I've lived here my entire life, nearly 56 years, and I have never heard of Stricker's Grove. And I bet many of you haven't either. But apparently, it's an amusement park in Hamilton County. Has anybody heard of this? I've never heard of it. So we're going to talk about that. We got some idiots of the week. We got a Dammit dog. We got Florida man, Florida woman causing all kinds of chaos. But the first thing I got to get to, it is, I guess it would be, it's food related. Yeah, 100%. Yummy, yummy.
I'm kind of hungry. Who's got the food?
Well, what's your favorite food?
Don't play with your food.
This is a lot of food.
Isn't it glorious?
How you get so big? Don't food of this kind.
This is so scrumptious.
So over the weekend, Mary and I, we went to the Blueberry Cafe and Kettering, home of the El Pancurrito. And I think I'm saying that right. Pancurrito. I caught all kinds of grief last week because I was calling it the Pancurrito. It's Pancurrito. And I'm the guy who invented it. I can't even remember the name. But Mary and I were there on Saturday morning, bright and early. And we got to meet Kelly, who owns the Blueberry Cafe. And we got to meet the staff, got to meet, see my buddy Mark, who I went to high school with, who he manages the kitchen. And we got to try the El Pancurrito. And I have to tell you, it was fabulous. They brought it out, and this thing was huge. Now, see, when I was there a couple of weeks ago with some WHIO colleagues, and we were having lunch or brunch, I guess, all I did was just take a big giant flapjack that they serve, giant pancake, and I put 2 eggs. They were fried eggs, some bacon, and a little bit of hash brown, and rolled it up like a burrito, like you would get at Chipotle. And then this took off. It took off. So I wasn't sure what to expect. I saw some pictures, but I hadn't tasted it yet. And Jamie, who's the head chef there, she called the show a few times. She put this together along with Kelly, and it was enormous. It was an omelet, basically like a scrambled egg omelet, bacon, cheese. They added cheese and the hash browns, and it came with three things you could dip it in. We had syrup. We had whipped cream, which was supposed to sort of be like sour cream. It looked like sour cream. The idea was to make this look like a burrito. And then there was another fruity dip that was like a kiwi flavor, and but it was colored and it looked like salsa. So it looked like a burrito. Candidly, I was only able to eat half of it that day, that morning. I'm usually not like a big breakfast eater, especially at that time of day. We were there at 8 o'clock, 8:15. Honestly, that's a little early for me on Saturday. But it was fabulous. Mary had it. She loved it. And from what I understood, by Saturday, they had sold maybe half a dozen of those. I don't know how long it's going to be on the menu. It's a special. I'm hoping that they keep it on there for a bit so people have the opportunity to check it out. But a big round of applause to the folks there at Blueberry Cafe. Very, very nice. Awesome job. Awesome job. And then speaking of food, today, I was going to get to this later, but I'll mention it now. You know, we talked about Roscoe's Pizza down in Corwin. A couple of Fridays ago, Mary and I were talking about where are we going to go tonight after the show. And I said, give me some ideas. Somebody mentioned Roscoe's. So we went that night and it was great. Met the owner, Jeff. And over the weekend, I'm getting these texts and Jeff's like, hey, can I bring you some pizza? Can I bring you some pizza? Well, he brought like, I don't know, what was it, maybe 13 or 14 pizzas today. And we had him down in the newsroom and people went bananas for him. You could see video of it on my Facebook. He brought in just these 3 gigantic bags, you know, those big pizza bags of yummy pizza. So the last few days, food has been on my mind. I can't escape it. And then last night for Father's Day, my wife made a lovely steak dinner on our brand new gas grill. So yeah, just been a crazy few days when it comes to food. But so thank you to Jeff at Roscoe's there in Corwin. And I did mention in that video, I have an idea for an Evening Edge themed pizza. So I hope to get the opportunity to talk to Jeff because I think this could be huge, just like the El Pancurrito. Stephanie in Kettering. Hey, Stephanie.
Hey, I think we just missed you on Saturday. We were told you were in right before us.
Yeah, we were there, and there were people waiting to be seated because that's a very busy place on Saturday. And my wife and I, we were done, and I didn't want to, hang out and take up space. So,
my husband, I took him there specifically because of me listening to you.
Well, excellent.
Great show, by the way.
Thank you. Hold on. You deserve that.
So he ate the whole thing.
He ate the whole thing?
The whole thing.
Wow. That is quite the feat.
Yeah, no, he did. Yeah, and he really liked it. So I wanted to take him there for Father's Day, and I figured Sunday would be even more crowded.
Yeah. Did he get it with bacon or sausage?
Bacon.
Okay, that's what I went with. But you could get it with sausage as well.
Yeah. Well, we didn't get the kiwi though.
Oh, you didn't get the little. No, there's like a little cup. It was like a little cup. It red and it looked like salsa. You didn't get that?
Yeah. No, we got the strawberries, the whipped cream, and the maple syrup.
Oh, I think there was kiwi in that strawberry thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Red,
yeah. But it was.
He ate the whole thing. I had avocado toast. So.
Well, excellent. All right, Stephanie, I appreciate it. Thanks for the endorsement. See ya. That line's open 937-457-1290. We got some cars crashing into buildings. You're crashing a car.
In local news, a spectacular car crash. House car.
To Joel on the live stream. No, I said Stricker's Grove. It's this private amusement park in Hamilton County. I know nothing about. I did not say Strippers Grove. It's Stricker's Grove, not Strippers Grove. That's something different. We had 2 cars into buildings over the weekend. The first one was in Preble County. Let's see. 77-year-old man from Eaton was traveling on US 35 heading west when the vehicle left the roadway. Sheriff's office up there in Preble says the vehicle struck a guardrail and rode until it entered a yard. Once in the yard, the car struck an antique plow and damaged the house. Wow. So let's see. The sheriff's office says the driver was transported to local hospital, non-life-threatening injuries. It's under investigation. So that would be number 50. We've hit 50. And I think we're on pace for at least 100 or more. Then the second one, and there's pictures of this on my Facebook. If you want to check it out, if you're familiar with the, what is it? The Red Horse Motel. Is that it? The Red Horse Motel. Are you familiar with the Red Horse Motel there in the rain? Yeah. One person was taken to the hospital after a car reportedly crashed into the building. As reported on Channel 7, the crash was at the Red Horse there on South Dixie Drive, just around 11 a.m. Initial reports indicate that one car struck and damaged the building. Dispatcher said medics took one person to the hospital, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, that would be 51. And if you look at the picture, I don't know if it hit the office, but it was right there on the corner, and it's a giant square that's taken out of this building. And I think it might have been like a plate glass window. I've never been to the Red Horse Motel, I promise. But I've been by it a number of times. So that would be 51 for the year. 51 if you're keeping track. And real quickly before we go, we got mail, and it's
Back off the jaw jacket. It's time for mail call.
Master, I have
Cars.
mail for you.
The fan man.
Oh, I'm
Crashing.
a big fan of yours.
The mail
is here.
Your hate mailbox is full.
If you want to email me, it's eveningedgetodd@gmail.com, or you can send me a message on Messenger. Hey, Todd, question about cars hitting buildings. Would a lemonade stand count? I saw this story on Facebook. Some woman crashed her car through a kid's lemonade stand. Unfortunately, 3 girls were hurt, but I'm wondering if this would count. Love your show. Listen all the time. Curtis in Huber Heights. Well, thank you, Curtis. And the answer is no. We would not count a lemonade stand. That does not count. This happened, the story he's talking about happened in North Carolina. 2 cars crashed into each other. This was in Burke County. 2 cars collided, and one of the cars went off the right side of the road and crashed through a lemonade stand. There were 3 girls working, 7, 8, and 9. 2 of them were flown to the hospital while the other one was taking the ambulance. All 3 were listed at the time of the story in critical condition, though I saw a couple of other stories where 2 of the parents said the kids had been released. So fortunately, they weren't in too critical condition, but I don't know about the third. But it was a 24-year-old woman who was driving and was charged with failure to yield the right of way. So, but no, that would not count. And thank you for that news tip. But hopefully all 3 of these girls will recover quickly.
What am I listening to now?
What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Fill it up, folks.
T-O.
Double D. H.
Oh.
Double L.
S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
First shot of the night. Whoosh. Second shot from the night. Whoosh. We should have a Edgehead Lodge. That would be fun. Hey, Ashley, how you doing? It's strickers, not strippers. Come on now. I think any bar works, Heather. We don't actually need a lodge. We just need some place to belly up to. That's what I think. I like that. The Loyal Order of Evening Edgeheads. I would be the Grand Poobah. That's a great idea. Let me work on that. A big floppy hat. That would be great. Some sort of top hat. I feel like I need a top hat.
Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
The UDUC rivalry officially returns for a home and home series. We'll have latest at 5:30. Now back to the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst on 1290 at 95.7 WHIO.
Look, fellas, I gotta say, I love the show.
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Live stream is up on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. I forgot to mention at the beginning of the show, we have tickets to give away to the Centerpoint Energy Dayton Air Show presented by Kroger, going on this Saturday and Sunday at the Dayton International Airport. It's a 4-pack of tickets. So we're going to give away a pair this hour and a pair next hour. And all you have to do is be the 5th caller when you hear the Air Force Thunderbirds fly over. You'll hear it very soon. Very, very soon. And just be the 5th caller at 937-457-1290. I saw this story today, and this is, I think this is pretty miraculous. I'm not sure how many people have done this before, but there's a woman from Yellow Springs, and her name is Amy Walmsley. You know what she did? She swam the English Channel, I guess over the weekend. 21 miles. 21 miles. And she accomplished this in 16 hours, 56 minutes, and 40 seconds. And I guess it was her birthday. She set a goal that she wanted to swim the English Channel by the time she turned 50. And she did it on her birthday, if I'm reading this correctly. Walmsley said she wanted to accomplish her goal, and she turned 50 during her epic swim. Wow. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. I can't imagine swimming 21 miles in a regular swimming pool, let alone a channel where there's sea creatures and waves and tides and who knows what else in those waters.
What am I listening to now?
What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Fill it up, punk.
T-O.
Double D.
H.
Oh.
Double L.
S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
on WHIO.
All right, shot number 3. Oh, that wasn't even close. Missed it by that much. Just a bit outside. Wow. I ain't paying for that. I'm not paying for an Edgehead Lodge. You're crazy. You're crazy. Not my idea. I didn't mention that. Somebody else did. Where did I see it? I feel like somebody else mentioned it. It says next evening Edge meetup at Blueberry Cafe. And then Heather said, who has a lodge we can borrow? Maybe I did say Edgehead Lodge meeting, but I don't know. I don't know. It could be anywhere. It doesn't have to actually be a lodge. What would we do at an Edgehead Lodge meeting? I mean, what would it be? Is it just me doing my show and people watching? Well, we do that now. We call those the Evening Edge Happy Hours. Seems like there should be something else to it. Like some sort of oath. It almost sounds like a cult, though. You know, I don't want to be a cult leader.
With breaking news, traffic, or weather during the hour, we'll stop what we're doing and break in because you need to know now. This is Dayton's News and Talk, WHIO.
Everybody, could I have your attention, please?
I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Now, hold on, dummy. Just you listen to me.
Now, listen to me carefully. You boys got something to say to me? Why don't you talk into the microphone?
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call me at 457-1290.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Live stream on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. Of course, that was the Air Force Thunderbirds performing a flyover, and they're going to be doing that this weekend here in the Miami Valley. It is the Centerpoint Energy Dayton Air Show, presented by Kroger. I think this is maybe year 51. Wow, I've been to the air show a number of times, and I think this weekend is going to be a great weekend for it. Sometimes it's like really, really, really hot, like really, really hot. And I haven't seen the weather. Is it supposed to be really, really hot this weekend? I don't know. Maybe. I think I heard there's going to be could it be a heat dome? Is that what I heard? A heat dome? What? Anyway, if you'd like to go, be the fifth caller, 937-457-1290. We got a 4-pack of tickets. We're going to give away another pair next hour. We'll give away 2 pairs tomorrow night and then 1 pair on Wednesday. If you add that up, that's 5. And usually it's 1 a night. But I'm just letting you know ahead of time, I'm not going to be doing a show Thursday or Friday of this week. It's a Juneteenth on Thursday is a company holiday. And Friday, I'm taking the day off for a funeral. And then Monday, I won't be here because I'm going to see Rick Springfield. Woohoo! Along with Wang Chung and Paul Young and John Waite at the Rose Music Center. So you got me through Wednesday and then a little bit of a break. But anyway, we'll have more tickets for the air show to give away next hour. We have an idiot of the week.
You are a stupid, stupid idiot!
Comes from upbringing. Parents are probably idiots too.
Idiot! Imbecile!
Wake up, idiot!
Silly dilly dilly, I'm an idiot. Yeah, that's true.
Well, if you follow me on social media, you may have seen this story. I posted it today. This happened back in April, but video of the incident is just now sort of coming to light. This happened at the Palazzo Malfi, Malfi Museum in Verona, Italy. So there were a couple of tourists who were going through this particular museum. And one of the art exhibits was a chair that was inspired by Vincent van Gogh's 1888 painting, Van Gogh's Chair. But the thing that was special about this chair is it was a Swarovski, is that right? Swarovski crystal encrusted chair. Swarovski? You know, the people with the crystal and the diamonds. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, some artist made a chair made from these crystal encrusted crystals. That's redundant. But anyway, that was the art piece. And they had it sitting there on the ground in front of an explanation of what this lovely piece was. And some idiot, and it's all caught on security camera, some idiot thought, oh, I'm just going to take a seat in this very, very expensive, very, very fragile chair and get my picture taken. So you see this guy, and he's squatting down like he's going to sit down, and his wife is taking a picture. Now, I can't tell, and I think there's some question as to whether or not he was intentionally sitting in it. It looked like he was just sort of squatting like he was going to sit down, but then he lost his balance and he fell backwards and he went crashing. I think we have crashing down on this chair. And then they did the thing that just really put the icing on the cake, is they quickly exited the area, hoping that nobody saw them. But of course, the cameras picked it up, and they were fortunately able to fix this chair. But I don't understand. And well, here's what I said on social media. He's an idiot for getting that close to this piece of artwork, right? 100%. But I don't understand why they wouldn't rope it off. At the very least, rope this chair off, because people love to take a seat, right? You're going through a museum, you're walking around a lot. Maybe your feet get tired. You're like, oh man, all this art looking is really taking it out of me. I need to take a break. And you sit down thinking, oh, it's just a fancy chair. But anyway, they were able to fix it, so that's good. And they've not identified, I guess, the tourist involved. But remember, we had a story a couple of months ago of some little kid who was at a museum with his parents, and he destroyed some painting, just went up and did something to it. They were able to fix that, but that was expensive. I can't imagine how much it costs to fix a crystal encrusted chair. 937-457-1290 is our number. So I mentioned this at the beginning of the show. This is I've never heard of this place, and I've lived here all my life. Stricker's Grove. It's in Hamilton County, and according to this story, this was from, I think, WLWT in Cincinnati. It's a privately owned, old-fashioned theme park. I've never heard of that. Now, I have heard of, remember Americana? That was a big one. Fantasy Farm, LaSwordsville Lake. And I'm talking about like smaller amusement parks, not like Kings Island. But the thing with this Stricker's Grove, it's only open 4 times a year to the public. 4 times a year. Let's see. And it's open the 4th of July. Admission is free, but you'll need to pay if you wish to enjoy the rides. Well, why would you go otherwise? To walk around? Let's see. You can buy individual tickets for rides or a $20 armband for unlimited riding. Food and alcohol are available for purchase, and you may bring your own food into the park. Wow. Rides run from 3 to 11, fireworks at 10 p.m. Stricker's Grove is a family-owned and operated private amusement park. It's available to rent to groups for family picnics, wedding receptions, and other occasions. They have an assortment of old-fashioned games and rides, including 2 roller coasters. I've never heard of this place before. Has anybody been to Stricker's Grove? I don't know anybody who's been to Stricker's Grove. It says it's in Hamilton County, but where in Hamilton County? Oh, a little bit further in the story. The amusement park is at, 11,490 Hamilton Cleves Road. Not sure where that is. But the park is known for the Tornado. It's a wooden roller coaster designed by Al Collins and built by Ralph Stricker, the only person in the United States to build his own roller coaster. Now, here's a question. How long has this been an amusement park? I wonder if this is new. And somebody built their own roller coaster and thought, hey, this might be kind of a fun thing to do, but let's just do it 4 days a year. But I guess if you can rent it out, that would be kind of cool. If you've got some money to burn for a big wedding or a big party, You could rent out the park and invite your friends. Yeah, I don't know anything about it. It says parking is $5 before 6, $10 after 6. But it's open to the public on July 4th. So if you're looking for something different and interesting to do, you might try Stricker's Grove. 937-457-1290. If you happen to know anything about Stricker's Grove, you'll talk to Ian and he'll get you on the air. I got this from my wife. She saw this online. I don't know where at, but I thought this might be an interesting topic. It's just like a screen meme, I guess, or whatever. Which conspiracy theory is so believable that it might be true? Ah, wow. I've never been one for conspiracy theories. I feel like there are some mysteries out there, but I think they can be explained. The problem is that a lot of people who believe in conspiracies don't like the explanation because it doesn't fit the narrative or the story in their head that they want to lean into. That's how I kind of get it, because I have some friends who are really into that, and it doesn't matter what you say to them. Like, well, here's this proof. Well, that's all made up. Well, no, it's not. It's right there. No. They love to fight with you about it. But I thought that was pretty interesting. So thank you, Mary, for that.
What am I listening to now?
What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Fill it up.
T-O.
Double D.
H.
Oh.
Double L.
S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
Can I tell who's watching the stream? Well, just if your name is up commenting, I assume you're watching the stream, but I can't. Oh, yeah, I do. Well, no, I don't. I can't see. I can see how many people are watching. Ooh, Cheez-Its watching again. I don't know. It says invite Cheez-It to join the chat.
McAfee Heating, Air, and Plumbing Studios. Breathe easy. Choose McAfee. Call today or visit mcair.com. This is WHIO Dayton and WHIO FM Pleasant Hill. All news, all the time.
Hot and muggy this weekend. Yes, a thunderstorm is on tap as well. Have the latest at 6. Now back to the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst on 1290 and 95.7 WHIO.
I love the show so much.
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Live stream up on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. Coming up next hour, we got a Dammit dog. We got a Florida man, Florida woman causing mayhem in the Sunshine State. And here's a story I'm interested in. An attack with Titleist, the golf ball. Crazy story from Evansville, Indiana. We'll get to 937-457-1290. Kathy in Washington Township. Hey, Kathy.
Good afternoon.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
So what's happening?
Well, I wanted to tell you, I have been to Strickers Grove many times growing up. My family would go there.
Yeah.
Every couple of weeks. I would compare it to maybe a smaller version of Americana.
Ah, okay.
And
so just
there
a
was
handful.
huge picnic area.
Okay.
I'm not sure if that's still there, where you, of course, could take food.
Right.
And it's nice for smaller, younger children.
Ah, kind of a handful of rides. Nothing too over the top, but just a fun little day at the amusement park.
Yes, I'm not sure teenagers would enjoy it. They're more into Kings Island. But
Right.
we have a family of young children. I mean, there are roller coasters and other rides they enjoy, and you can take food, so it's less expensive.
Right. That's a good thing. Okay.
Places.
Thank you, Kathy.
It's down, if anybody knows where Ross, Ohio is. It's like on the west side of Hamilton, south of that. It would take about an hour. I just drove by it last week. It's about an hour from South Dayton.
Okay, I got you. Thanks, Kathy. Vern and Huber, what's up, Vern?
What's up with you, Todd?
How are you, man?
I'm doing good.
Now, have you been to Strickers before?
I have. We used to work for a company, 90s-ish, and we went there just after they built the Tornado. I think they built it in like 93 when you went there in like 95.
Okay. And now, is this a big roller coaster, or what are we talking here?
It's kind of small, maybe 60 feet at the highest. So it's not very big, but it's, it's wooden, and it gives you the old classic wooden shake you around and,
Maybe like what the Beastie used to be wasn't it the Beastie at Kings Island, the little kids roller coaster?
Yep, I think it's probably about the same size, little bigger trains, but little
Well, that's
track,
pretty cool. It's funny though. I mean, I've lived here all my life. I've never heard of it. I've never heard of this place.
It's actually off of you hear a State Route 127 with the yard sales and stuff. This is actually on 128, which is you cross the river in Hamilton and go across and go south on 128. It takes you right by it. Should be on the east side of the highway there.
Well, I guess I missed out. All right, Vern, thanks for the info, buddy. I appreciate it. 937-457-1290 is our number. Coming up, like I said, we got Florida man and Florida woman causing mayhem.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst. Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Peanut butter on Cheez-Its, huh? Hey, whatever floats your boat, man.
In less than 15 minutes and immediately when it breaks. I'm Ron Otto, 1290 and 95.7 WHIO. Dayton's News and Talk. Depend on it.
If anything unusual happens with breaking news, traffic, or weather during the hour, we'll stop what we're doing and break in because you need to know now. This is Dayton's News and Talk, WHIO.
Hey, what time is it?
It's showtime! Look, it's showtime!
Am I late?
We were just about to begin without you. It's showtime.
Oh, this will be great.
Well, what are we waiting for?
Showtime.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call me now, 937-457-1290.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
And I'm getting really sick of guys named Todd. You know, yeah, it's just a goofy name, okay? Hi, what's your name? Todd. I'm Todd.
It is the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Live stream is rolling on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. If you'd like to watch the show, not just listen to it, but do it safely. You'll be doing it when you're driving home, or wherever you're driving. Coming up, we got a Dammit dog. We got a Florida man, Florida woman causing mayhem. Heard something this morning on Miami Valley's morning news about toilet paper dispensing. This is like an age-old controversy, but they talked about it, so we'll get into it. We got a Dammit dog and so much more. 937-457-1290 is our number. Also, a 4-pack of tickets for the Centerpoint Energy Dayton Air Show presented by Kroger. It's happening this weekend. Longtime Dayton tradition. When you hear the Air Force Thunderbirds, they do their flyover. You'll hear a sound effect like that. Just be the fifth caller at 937-457-1290. And they will be at the big Dayton Air Show this weekend. We have a Dammit dog.
The Misadventures of Dammit Dog.
Dammit dog. Well, you know, we had the drama, the story of Ron Otto's dog getting lost a week or so ago, and fortunately, Abby was found. But this story, this has to do with a dog named Amber, a 5-year-old dog, and she went missing for over a month. This happened in England. So apparently this dog, and I didn't know that this was a thing, but I guess it is. This dog was from the country Qatar or Qatar. Have we decided what that is? But anyway, this dog was from there. It was a stray. Somebody scooped this dog up, and they took it back to England. They sent it with some foster family back in England. The day after the foster family brought it home, Amber took off. Not interested at all. She was gone for a month. Apparently, she traveled roughly 100 miles, including a mile-long swim. That's impressive. That is impressive. Over the week, she was sighted in various locations, including a coastal town and Brownsea Island, where she swam for 3 days. News of Amber's escape was posted on social media around the local area. Numerous sightings were reported. Pictures and video clips were sent to the rescue service, which enabled them to map Amber's movements. This sounds like that dog that got lost on Kangaroo Island down in Australia. Yeah, Ian doesn't know what I'm talking about, my producer. He looked at me like, what? What are you talking about? Yeah, there was a dog that got loose, Kangaroo Island, down near Australia, and the dog was lost for over 500 days on this island. And there were all these sightings. People reported seeing the dog. Then they tried to capture the dog. They couldn't capture the dog. The dog was too quick, too slick, too smart. And but finally, after 530 some days, they were able to catch the dog. But anyway, that's a different dog. But Amber, they were able to track her movements through all these different clips that people were posting. She was eventually spotted by a boat and rescued from the water. She was out for a swim. Back on dry land, news of the amazing recovery circulated on social media and eventually reached the Foster family, and they recognized Amber from a scar on her nose. Despite losing weight and having some bruises, Amber was in good condition and is now safe with her foster family. Wow. That is, but damn it, dog. you bolt, you run, and then all of this chaos ensues. But fortunately, they got Amber back. But this is because we have our dogs chipped. Very, very helpful. Very, very helpful. And you know what? Over the weekend, I posted something, and I don't know if anybody saw this, but you know how, and when you chip a dog, right? Basically the way this works, in case you didn't know, most people do, but in case you don't, they take a little microchip, they insert it under the dog's skin in a particular place that everybody agreed on. So when you get a stray dog or you find a dog, they can scan that chip to find out who it belongs to. That's great, right? That is great. Why not chip the dog with some sort of GPS? Is that a thing? And if not, why not? There might be some way that you can put GPS on a dog. Maybe a small GPS transmitter or something on a collar. Maybe they have that. I don't know. But oh boy, that would certainly reduce a lot of stress and anxiety on the owners of these pets that get loose. If you could hook them up with GPS, and the minute they bolt, you just pull it up on your app. You're like, I know where they're at. You could probably follow them. Just an idea. I'm sure somebody's already come up with that, but if not, they ought to. Let's see. Dan in Franklin. What's up, Dan?
Hello.
Hey, what's going on, Dan?
You were talking about Stricker's Grove.
Strickers, yes. I've lived here all my life, and I've never heard of Strickers Grove, but apparently...
I'm about like you. I didn't know much about it.
Yeah.
Couple years ago, the company that I worked with, they had their party down there. It was very nice. They got the older rides.
Right.
It's generally geared for you and your children.
Like small children?
Good.
Small children?
Yeah, small ones. They got the old boat rides that go around the little thing and the motorcycle things. They got a little Ferris wheel.
Huh.
The big pirate ship that swings back and forth and makes you sick. But and they do have that. You was talking about that coaster. I've rode that thing, and it's a pretty good coaster for what it really is.
So I understand that they rent it out for parties. The story that I saw that, a company can rent it out, like you mentioned, you can rent it out for weddings or whatever it is, but they're only open to the public 4 days a year.
Yes, they make good money all the other times.
Yeah, and I would imagine that you can kind of control it a little bit better. When you've got a smaller group in there.
The deputies are there.
Yeah.
They if you're gonna they do serve alcohol, but you have to wear a band.
Right.
They control it. It's very well organized. It's kind of quaint. It could be costly for a company, but at least it's controlled. And if there is a problem, it's they're
quickly taken care of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. All right. Well, Dan, thank you for that. I appreciate it. I'll have to check it out sometime. Maybe I'll get an invite to a company party at Strickers. Let's see. Jimmy and Dane. What's up, Jimmy?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm well.
So you were talking about the chips in the dogs, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, because like you can ship a dog, and if the dog gets lost and it ends up, if somebody finds it, they can take it to a vet or they can take it to the shelter. And I know there's a way to like scan them and find out who owns the dog, so you can return the dog. But and maybe they already have this, but I was thinking over the weekend, why can't we put GPS on a dog? Is there a way to do that and just track them?
They have it. So
okay. Well,
Steve Irwin, that Australian guy.
Oh yeah, the gator guy.
Yeah. So his son did a commercial I saw on the TV, and it's a dog collar, like you said. It's like a dog collar, and you can connect it to your phone. So when you do that, you can see exactly where your dog is on your phone.
That is brilliant. That is brilliant. I figured somebody had come up with that. It seems so obvious, but wow, that's great.
Yeah. So all you need to do is buy a dog collar and then connect it to your phone and then put it on your dog, and you know exactly where that thing is.
Oh, you know what else you could do? It just dawned on me. Maybe you could attach one of those Apple AirTags.
Or didn't they ban those things? But I guess you could.
I don't think they banned AirTags. Did they?
I just thought that they banned them because they were using them for like improper things and stalking girls and stuff. So.
Oh yeah. Well, I know that happens. I don't think that they've banned them, but that's an idea too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
all right.
Yeah. There you go.
Well, thank you.
There's the answer to your question.
I appreciate it, Jimmy. Thank you. See, we got Edgeheads are informed. I'm telling you. 937-457-1290. Real quickly, let me talk to Barbara in Fairborn. Hey, Barbara.
Hi, Todd.
Hey.
Long time no talk to.
What's going on?
I want to know when they're going to come up with the tracking system for husbands.
Well, I think I just mentioned AirTag. If you can somehow hide an AirTag on your husband.
No, but I think it ought to be one you can shoot in with a gun like you do the dog, so it's permanent.
Barbara, do we need to have a conversation here? Is this a serious situation? Do we need some marriage counseling?
The main reason
do we need to bring back Dr. Laura Schlesinger?
Okay, the main reason I called Mr. Todd
is
Stricker. This is going to be kind of cute.
Yeah.
My maiden name is Stricker.
Okay. Are you related?
I have been wanting to find that out because I just discovered Stricker's Groves myself about 2 years ago.
Oh.
And I'm like, wonder if we're related.
Well, call that guy that does that PBS show where he tracks people, does genealogy.
Oh, yeah.
He'll be all over that, Barbara.
Most of the Strickers on my side of the family, or my dad's side, is all up in the Minster, Fort Laramie.
Well, I would imagine that's probably a fairly popular last name. So my guess is no, Barbara, but don't take my word for it, okay? I appreciate your call.
I saw your picture on Facebook. Nice.
Of what?
You.
Oh.
Laying on a couch with a rose in your mouth.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Nice picture.
Thank you. We've blown it up and it's over our bed now.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst. Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Now from the WHIO News Center, the three big things you need to know.
Lordy. Oh, Captain Scurvy, you know it's not in your attic. It's in your guest room. Are you really, Ron? Are you eating a Pancurrito right now? Do I need to yell? All right. Well, that's awesome, Ron. I'm going to give that a mention. The bar in your bedroom, Captain Scurvy? Weirdo. Weirdo.
Last minute preps for this weekend's Dayton Air Show. We'll have the latest for you at 6:30. Now back to the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst on 1290 at 95.7 WHIO.
Yeah, I love the show.
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. That, of course, the flyover from the Air Force Thunderbirds. They're going to be performing this weekend at the Centerpoint Energy Dayton Air Show presented by Kroger. If you'd like a 4-pack of tickets Be the fifth caller right now at 937-457-1290. And we will hook you up with those passes. It's going to be a great weekend. I think this is the 51st year for the Dayton Air Show. Carla in Oakwood. Hey, Carla, what's going on?
Happy evening, Todd.
How are you doing?
I'll tell you what, though. I got a new dog last year, populating the year, and I've never chipped a dog before, but I got this dog chipped, but I've never spent so much money on a dog. So I figure if I chip them, then I'll get them back if she runs off.
Right, that's the hope. That both of our dogs are chipped.
But I'll tell you, as long as there have been air tags, there have been dog tags that you could put one of these little things in and attach it to your dog's collar.
Oh, well, that makes sense. Honestly, I didn't even think of an air tag until I was talking to that guy. That's the easy thing to do if you don't want to spend money on a high-tech GPS dog collar, which, is kind of cool, but you can get an air tag for not a lot of money and somehow attach it, to your dog's collar. I'm sure there's probably even adapters or something, right?
They actually have these little things that you can buy.
Yeah.
That hold your air tags and whatnot, and they attach to the dog collar. They're already designed for that.
That is brilliant. That is brilliant. I just didn't even think about that. All right. Well, thank you, Carla. Appreciate your call.
You take care.
All right. There you go. That line's open, 937-457-1290. Coming up, we got a Florida man, Florida woman causing all kinds of chaos. Something I heard on the morning show this morning about toilet paper dispensing. One of the biggest controversies of our time.
What am I listening to now? What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Fill it up, folks.
Double D.
Double L.
S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
Oh, man, I love a good brewski. When was the last time I had a brewski? I love my White Claw. I don't really consider those brewskis. Oh, my goodness. I've said this a number of times, folks that are watching on TikTok. I appreciate you watching on TikTok. If you'd like to hear the full show, and what I mean by that is like all the sound effects, all the music, the callers, the whole deal. I encourage you to follow me on either Facebook or YouTube, and you can watch it there. Because all you get on TikTok is just me talking. You don't get anything else. And I promise you the other things are more entertaining. I got to fix the camera here for the... There we go. But, yeah, if you'd like to hear the whole thing, there you go. That's better. I agree, Ron. It is cooler with sound effects. Yeah, that's right, Kim. Thank you. It's great on YouTube. It's all, I mean, it's like watching a TV show almost, right? I mean, it's on the TV. What I would love is for it to actually be a TV show with like a, graphic animation open and a live audience and... Man, I'm starved for attention. I really am.
With breaking news, traffic, or weather during the hour, we'll stop what we're doing and break in because you need to know now. This is Dayton's News and Talk, WHIO.
And now, with your permission, I'm going to do my stuff.
Could this day get any more fantastic?
Let's get on with it.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call me at 457-1290.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Live stream is on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. This morning on Miami Valley's Morning News with Larry Hanskin, they had a story about this never-ending controversy debate over whether a roll of toilet paper should dispense toilet paper from the top or underneath. And this is a controversy that has divided families. Some people prefer the toilet paper over the top. That's the way it is in my family. It's always been that way. And as far as I'm concerned, as long as I'm drawing breath on this planet, that's the way it will stay. However, on occasion, I have been to other people's homes and the toilet paper comes from underneath. Well, the story they had this morning on Miami Valley's Morning News is that a scientist from the University of Leicester has ended, at least according to him, the over and under toilet paper debate. Listen to this guy's name, by the way. This is just an aside. Dr. Primrose Freestone. That's the name of the doctor who did this study on toilet paper, Dr. Primrose Freestone. That sounds like a Harry Potter character. Says the under position is safer and more hygienic. This method reduces the risk of bacteria transfer and potential infections. For the under position, he says, there is less likely to be whole roll contamination. You can pin the sheets against the toilet wall without having to touch the exterior of the roll. Never tried that, never thought of that. But that's one of those things that people debate. And I've seen this on Facebook from time to time or social media in general. And people will post a picture of what is purported to be, and I've seen this a number of times, and I've looked it up, and you can look it up too. If you look up like toilet paper roll U.S. patent, you will see what they say, and and this picture's all over. This is the patent picture from 1891 of the toilet paper, this toilet paper roll. And what I'm looking at right now, it says it's the artwork is from S. Wheeler, wrapping or toilet paper roll, patent September 15th, 1891. And there's three pictures. And all three pictures, it's coming over the top. To me, that's the way it's supposed to be. Paper towels are generally that way, right? Isn't that right? I mean, if you have a toilet paper or a paper towel dispenser, a lot of people have them bolted up underneath the counter or the cupboard, right? And it hangs down. I don't know that I've ever been in a house where the toilet paper is backwards or the paper towel. Seemed to me like it'd be the same. But that's what they were discussing this morning on Miami Valley's Morning News. We've got some breaking the law stories here. Breaking the law, at least one. Breaking the law. So this might be the most interesting or unusual, I shouldn't say interesting, unusual attack on police officers that I've ever heard. Now, certainly not making light of somebody attacking police officers. However, in this case, it's not what you think. Not really. An Indiana man in Evansville was arrested last Thursday after cops say he targeted several police officers and police vehicles with golf balls. According to a police report, officers were in the man's neighborhood doing some training when at one point the man stumbled out of his home. Beer. That's what I'm guessing. And started driving golf balls in their general direction. His aim wasn't great, but he managed to hit one of the marked police cruisers and caused a visible dent and damage in the paint. The man was later arrested, although he wasn't named in the report. What would that be? I guess assault with a Titleist, right? I mean, I've mentioned this many times before. I used to work at Smiley's Golf Center, which is no longer there, Linden Avenue. They're putting a pickleball barn there. And a golf ball, flying golf ball will kill you. I mean, if it hits you in the right place or the wrong place, for that matter, it can completely kill you, 100%. And I remember being in that little vehicle out there picking up golf balls in the driving range, and when you got hit by a golf ball, you felt it. Even like not personally, like you didn't get hit, but it hit the outside of that golf ball picker upper tractor. I mean, you shook because it's traveling pretty quick. I don't know how fast they're going, but they're going pretty darn quick. But that's crazy. Assault with a Titleist. That's, I think, would be the crime. 937-457-1290. Coming up on Wednesday, we do have a Wing It Wednesday this week, and it's going to be the Dayton Canoe Club. And I'm excited to be talking to these folks because growing up here, driving down, what is that? Is that Riverside? Yeah, Riverside, of course. There's that Dayton Canoe building that you see kind of up on the hill. And I've never been in it. I knew that it was a club. It's been here for a very, very long time. And it's a local nonprofit, but they're going to be in here on Wednesday. And of course, the Wing It Wednesday is brought to you by the great folks, sponsored by My USA Credit Union, your best financial friend. So that's kind of cool. They're going to be here on Wednesday. We got a Florida man story.
Florida man shines with every single crime, stupefying and delicious. Some might even think fictitious. Florida man is always ambitious.
Well, I had this story last week, and I just didn't get to it, but it's been making the rounds all weekend. I saw this. A 35-year-old guy from Florida. His name is Tyrone Alexander. He's been found guilty of impersonating a flight attendant. Now, fortunately, all he was trying to do were steal trips. He wasn't trying to sneak on to a plane to cause any, serious mischief. But prosecutors say Tyrone, let's see, he entered a secure area of an airport under false pretenses and committed wire fraud at least 120 times between 2018 and 2024. What this Florida man was doing, he's 35, is there's a common airline policy that allows flight attendants and pilots from other airlines to fly for free. So it's like if somebody's traveling from point A to point B because they have to catch a flight at point B, lots of times these airlines will let them, I forget what the term is, but they just they'd fly for free. Well, and there's a website, I guess, where you can schedule these. Well, this guy had been a flight attendant at some point, but still had access to this website after I guess he retired or quit. But between 2018 and 2024, he apparently was able to book 120 different flights, and he was just flying for free. He had the uniform, the whole deal, and he'd just show up and nobody would question him. I guess he had fake IDs that he made, and nobody questioned him. It's like that character that Leonardo DiCaprio played in Catch Me If You Can. Remember, if you saw that movie, he played a Pan Am pilot, and he'd just show up and he'd say, I'm catching the whatchamacallit, and he'd fly for free. Went all over the world. Anyway, he was found guilty of 4 counts of wire fraud, and he could get 20 years in prison. That's for each count. Wow. Now we've got a Florida woman story.
She's totally crazy. She ain't no lady. Mouth grin, smells of gin. She's really wild, yeah, doing it trailer style. She'll pull a razor, carries a taser, trash a bar, steals a car. She's the one Mama said stay far away from. Yeah, she's a Florida woman. Well, this happened a week or so ago down in beautiful Pine Lakes Path in Palm Coast, Florida. 65-year-old woman driving along in her SUV, and she spots a teenage boy who's riding one of those e-bikes. I've got an e-bike, Huffy e-bike. I love that thing, and I've been riding it. We've been doing some videos for it, but you hit a button and you can take off. I mean, you're cruising. You're cruising. Maybe I think the top speed might be 26, 27 miles per hour. And that's a pretty good clip on a bike. But anyway, this 65-year-old woman was in her SUV. She saw this kid on his bike, and she thought he was going too fast. She's a stranger. She sees this kid, and he starts going down a bike path, much like we have here in the Miami Valley. We have tons of bike paths. Well, this 65-year-old woman decided that she wanted to go after this kid. So she, in her SUV, starts driving on the bike path, and she's trying to chase this kid down. She faces charges of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Witnesses intervened, with one cutting her vehicle off and recording video evidence. The boy escaped unharmed. Apparently, this kid was trying to track down help, or flag down other cars and trying to flag down help, because he was like, this woman's trying to kill me. He didn't know what she was doing. But he did get away. And after the woman was tracked down, she admitted that she was chasing the boy and claimed she was driving in anger because the kid on the e-bike was going too fast. Deputies learned of the boy's name later after the child's parents learned of the incident and reached out to authorities. So she was arrested and now faces aggravated assault with a deadly weapon without intent to kill. Basically, what she says she wanted to do was confront the parents and basically tell on the boy because she thought he was going too fast on his e-bike. Wow. She doesn't know how to keep her business out of or keep her. Well, you know what I mean. What am I listening to now? Mind your own business.
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Fill it up, folks.
Double D.
Double L. S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
That's what I meant. Mind your own business. My score numbers for the paper wads. Am I slacking? Slacking a bit. Oh, well. I wasn't that much of a basketball guy.
From the McAfee Heating, Air, and Plumbing Studios. Breathe easy. Choose McAfee. Call today or visit mcair.com. This is WHIO Dayton and WHIO FM Pleasant Hill. All news, all the time.
Hot, humid, and a threat of thunderstorms this week. We'll have the latest at 7 o'clock. Now back to the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst on 1290 at 95.7 WHIO.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, let's get back to the show.
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. If you're looking to kill some time, check out my Facebook page. I just posted a activity, if you'd like. Picture of a squirrel and a guitar. Change girl to squirrel in a popular song title. It's not original, but it's a fun thing to do and kill some time. I'd love to see your answers. All right, real quick. I think we're going to end the show on a joke. We got Tim in Beaver Creek. All right, Tim.
Monday evening greetings.
Now we're up against the music here, so get to your joke.
When someone is attacked by a golf ball, it's called assault with a dimpled weapon.
Okay, we got it. Thank you. I will agree that's better than assault with a Titleist, but dimpled weapon. All right. Well, there you go. That's the show. I'll be back tomorrow night just after 5. We'll have more tickets to give away for the Dayton Air Show. Those are a hot item. Don't forget, you can get the podcast of the show at eveningedgetodd.com and all your favorite podcast platforms. Have a terrific Monday night. We'll see you tomorrow just after 5 here on the Evening Edge.
Well, that's all, folks.
What if we came, we partied, we conquered?
Is that all there is?
Yeah, that's all she wrote.
Next time will be better.
Well, at least he tried.
Thanks for listening.
Until next time, we'll be seeing ya.
This is the station Dayton turns to first for live team coverage of breaking news. WHIO Dayton
right,
Springfield,
everybody,
celebrating 90 years of being Dayton's news
night.
and talk station. Depend on it.